Hello, in this video we are going to explore how to handle missing or NaN values, which stands for not a number values, in a data frame in Python using a Pandas library, a powerful Pandas library. So whether you're a data scientist or data analyst or just someone working with data, dealing with these missing values is a critical skill. So today we're going to cover two ways to replace those values. The first one is to replace it with a zero. We can also replace it with a like a mean or a median. We're going to do mean in this example, and we'll get into it. So the first step here is to import our libraries and our data. So we're just going to need to import pandas as PD, and then we're going to get a data set. So I've found a data set of pizza restaurants on Kaggle.com. So if you head over to Kaggle, they have some great data sets. I'm using the one called Pizza Restaurants and their pizzas that they sell. So you can check this out, download the CSV file here, or you can connect to it if you know how. I have just downloaded the CSV. So in Visual Studio, I have it stored right here. And I've just using Pandas, I load up that file that I've downloaded. The second step is just to check out, let's load that up, is to check out the data frame. So here's what the data frame looks like. It's got a bunch of columns, 21 columns. We're just printing out 5 rows here. So head 5 will give you 5 rows. So it's a large data set, and you can see some NaNs in there. If you have VS Code, does it give you the ability to look at it more in an Excel table? So you can go through here, you can see some of those NaNs. This column is the menu page URL, so that's not really important to what we're trying to replace, but some restaurants don't have a URL. There are some NaNs in this numeric value column. So menus.amount max and the min. So that's a good example of something that you'd like to replace in your data set. Another way to view those missing values is to do df.info. So if you run that, you can see there's 3,510 rows. And the columns that we're going to focus on are these two here, price range min and price range max. You can see that those two columns, they do not have the 3,500. So there's almost half of those values there. And if we want just to sum up just the missing ones, you can see that there's 1,953 missing from those two data frames. And if we print ds.is NA, we can see a table of true and false if there's missing values or not, which is kind of busy, but that's not where that's a good way to look at it. Not what we need in this example. So now getting to what we need to do is replace those missing values. So if we want to replace the price range max column, it had some NAs in it. And here we can fill, if you do dot fill NA of the price range max, you can get the mean of that column. So we're replacing the mean of that column and putting it back and storing it back into the column price range max. Alternatively, we can do the same thing for price range min, but here we're just going to make those zeros. So depending on your data set and what you need to do, sometimes replacing with the zero is the right thing. And sometimes you want to press a mean or median or max or some other function. So we can run these. This will replace price max. This will replace the min. And we can go ahead and check out that column, those columns again. And you can see here that they are both zero now, meaning that they are not missing. So we did what we sought out to do. And that's it. So if you're interested in replacing NA values, these are two ways to do that. If you have any questions or comments or topics you'd like to see covered in future videos, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for joining.